Guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Glampreezy, and today I am so excited to be filming this video for you guys. Finally, I'm going to be telling you about the tips, tricks, supplements, and anything else that I have been doing to naturally shrink my fibroids. So if you want to know how I've been doing this, please keep watching. Welcome to my channel. As I mentioned, I am Glampreezy. I have been suffering with fibroids since about 2018. They have really affected my life in such a negative way. Quickly want to pop a picture in here of my stomach before. And just to give you a little bit of an idea of where I was, let's say in October, November, my uterus was the size of a woman that is 4 months pregnant, okay? 4 months. That's intense. The last time I had fibroids, I had 8 fibroids removed from my uterus, and I was the size of a 6-month pregnant woman. So you can imagine my panic when these things started growing rapidly like this. I was pushed this time to find natural remedies to cure them. The first time around, I had surgery to remove them. In 2019, I had a laparoscopic surgery, and it really was very hard. Recovery was tough, and I got them again. They came back. So I was really passionate this time around. So I have been doing tons of research to help me heal my body and get myself out of this situation without having to resort to some type of drastic measure. If you have not watched my first video, I'm gonna link it right here for you, up here in the links and down below in the description. Please go over and take a look at that video. It has a lot of information about fibroids in there. Even if you have fibroids and you think you know everything about them, go take a look at the video, because honestly, I learned a lot doing that initial research, and it may be helpful for you. With that being said, come on in a little bit closer, y'all. It's about to get real. So without delay, let's just get into the first thing that I did to help me shrink my fibroids. Educate myself. That is so super important, and I'm going to get into some more specific pieces of research that I did that really helped me in just a minute. But one thing that I learned on my research journey is that coffee is a hormone disruptor. And if you are anything like me, I drink coffee like it's going out of style. Like all the coffee beans on planet Earth are just about to disappear, okay? And if you have suffered from fibroids, then you know the fatigue, you know the brain fog, the struggle, the anxiety, and all of these things that you go through on a daily basis, just waking up and just trying to get out the door. So coffee was a non-negotiable for me, okay? I needed to drink my coffee or I couldn't even get started. With that piece of information and knowing, and not caffeine, but that coffee itself is disrupting my hormones, I had to find a way to reduce my caffeine intake. And just like that, a gem fell into my lap, you guys. The universe heard what I needed and dropped it right on in. And that product is this little green shot right here from a company called Magic Mind. This little green shot is full of fantastic ingredients, you guys. The first day that I tried this product, I was really wowed, because me without coffee is not cute. Okay, I was really wowed after the first day. It definitely gave me elevated energy levels that were sustained. I didn't have that crashing effect like I do with coffee. After 2 weeks of using this product, I noticed that my anxiety was dramatically reduced. I was more productive. I was getting up, getting into my routine, and really just overall feeling a better sense of myself. I know that sounds really strange, but because this is packed with nootropics, adaptogenics, which I'm sure you've heard of, things like ashwagandha, right? And matcha, this is gonna give you clarity of mind. It was breaking through my brain fog. It was giving me that boost of energy, and it was reducing my anxiety and giving me more of a sense of get up and go, okay? This has been essential in my journey to getting through this fibroid mess, you guys. I would highly recommend this, and I would never recommend anything unless it is 1,000, okay? They were kind enough to give you guys a discount code to use when ordering this. It's going to be on the screen, and it's also going to be in the description box below. Please go down, click it, check the product out, and for any reason at all that you are not feeling it, you don't like the taste, you definitely go get some benefits. But if you do not like the product, 100% guaranteed, send it back. They won't ask no questions. My favorite way to drink it is in a cold foam matcha latte. It sounds real fancy because I'm bougie and whatever, but it's really just oat milk and the shot together. You can also chill it, shake it, throw it back, and go. Yeah, that's it. Let's talk about educating yourself just a little bit more here. Something that I found is that traditional medicine doctors, they kind of have neglected us in this area, especially, you know, and women as a whole. I feel like, not to dump on doctors, but they really don't be paying attention to us. It has become so apparent to me over the last year or two that I need to advocate for myself and educate myself. So that's why I really want to circle back to this and give you a couple tips. What you want to do, if you can afford it, because it's very expensive and insurance does not cover it, you want to find yourself a functional medicine doctor or a naturopathic doctor. If you are like me and you can't afford that, then what you want to do is you want to find functional medicine blogs, blog posts, studies, websites that are actually dedicated to functional medicine and naturopathic medicine. There are quite a few on Instagram, but one of the doctors that I want to mention to you guys is Dr. Jolene Brighton. I'm going to put her Instagram right here. She has a focus in hormones. That is the type of information that you want to surround yourself with. Those doctors really look further into the treatment of the root causes of something, whereas traditional doctors can be very symptom driven, like they want to reduce your symptoms. That's really it. They don't really be trying to get down to the core of things. For example, why you are experiencing fibroids in the first place. And like in my case, having estrogen dominance. And that is something also that I learned that greatly increases your chances of having fibroids. And you would think that if you go to the doctor that they would test your hormones so as to put you on a regimen to balance your hormones, but they don't. All right, I got off birth control. I know y'all not gonna like that, but if you can and it's feasible for your life, listen, I'm a single woman in my 30s and it's not easy, but it's a sacrifice that I made for my ultimate health. I don't want anything influencing my hormones in the way that birth control influences your hormones. To me, I just don't want that in my body anymore. And just a little backstory, I've been on birth control since the beginning of time. Relearning my body without that outside influence so that I can understand what's working and what's not was really, really important for me. That's just something that I'm putting out there. I know that you all have to make your own decisions, but this is what has worked for me. This next thing that I did was absolutely essential, and I think that is very important for you regardless of whether you have fibroids or not. It's very important to get into your body, and I'm going to explain what I mean by that. Get grounded and stop the negative self-talk. Those are all in one little package together because they're all connected. There is no way that you can heal your body if you hate your body, if you are resentful of your body, if you feel negative about the state of your body. And trust me, like I know the depth that this can go to. It makes you feel like you've been betrayed by your body. It makes you feel out of control. It makes you feel hopeless. It makes you feel sad. But especially if you are trying to have a baby or, you know, something like that, it's really, really deep and emotional. And I understand that. And so sometimes we allow that negative feeling of, I don't know why this is happening to me. I can't control this. And so you kind of start to dissociate your mind from your body. It's just something we do to mentally separate ourselves from that which is going on in our physical being. But that's exactly what you don't want to do. You want to go deeper inside of yourself. And without making this video all about mind-body connections, energy, spirituality, and what have you, no matter what you believe in, if you don't believe that you can heal your body and you feel separate than your body, there's no way that you can make an effect. It's really important that you let go of all that negative self-talk. You kind of just have to learn to be positive. Tell yourself that you are not hopeless. Every day, tell yourself that you are in control of your body and that you are going to heal your body. Tell yourself in the mirror, in the morning, I am going to heal my body. I am going to shrink these fibroids. I would close my eyes and I would imagine my fibroids, and I would feel that feeling of how they're making me feel. And mine are never small, so you can feel them and you can feel the effects that it's having on your body. And I would use that energy to imagine them shrinking down into little raisins of nothing, and then it sounds crazy, but it's real. You have to think yourself healthy. And I understand that that topic's a little controversial, so we're not gonna go there, but I'm gonna tell you, do it. Just do it. Try it. And when you change your mind and you change your perspective and you learn to love your body at every stage that it's at, because you were born into this body and you only have this body. You have to love this body no matter what it's going through. Because if you don't keep that state of mind, you're spiraling. You're gonna go into the deep depths, and now you and your body are two separate entities. So getting into my body, what it looked like for me, I was not a very physically active person per se. Like, I was always up and running and about, but I wasn't working out and I wasn't doing any of that. So in order for me to get back into my body, meaning me to get my mind, my spirit, and my physical body back in one accord, I needed to get grounded. So I used to go out every morning to the park and walk with no music, with my phone in my fanny pack on D&D, okay? No Fitbit or Apple Watch on me and nature. And I would just meditate during my walks. It was not about a mile goal, calorie goal, blah, 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 blah. However much time I had, I tried to give myself 30 minutes plus, whatever I had, and I walked, okay? Some mornings, I'm gonna be honest with you, especially before I got my regimen down, I literally could only get out of my bed and like stretch. I would get on my bedroom floor and stretch my body out. I would do some yoga poses. I was not doing yoga, but I was doing some yoga poses, stretching, feeling my body, hearing my thoughts, and meditating. That is very, very important. If you don't take anything from this video, please understand that mind-body connection is real. I needed to get that out of the way, and we're gonna get to the easier things. But I just wanted to really break that down for you guys and let you know how much that helped me. And in fact, that turned into what is now an entire fitness journey for me. I'm going to the gym 5 days a week just from me getting up and trying to get into my body. That built healthier and healthier and healthier habits. Okay, so I got 2 more things and then we're gonna get into the supplements. Don't be fast forwarding, okay? Listen to this whole video. If you didn't try everything else, you might as well just watch the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, give the video a thumbs up if you're learning anything. So we talked about getting into your body. I do also want to mention that I started working out. And I can't leave this out because I'm not sure whether this has contributed to the shrinking of them, but I gotta say it probably didn't hurt. I am not a medical professional. That's another thing. I'm just telling you all what has worked for me. Back then, let's call it about October, November, when I was at the height of my symptoms and my stomach was protruding and I was just miserable. I was just doing walks in the park. Since January, I have been consistently working out and now going to the gym 4 and 5 times a week. I do believe that it might have contributed to balancing my hormones, okay? But I do believe that that has helped, and I did have to mention that because, like I said, I'm not sure, you know, where it is in the placement. So I'm just letting you know everything that I did, like I said. Now, as far as diet goes, I've not changed my diet drastically. I have definitely reduced my sugar intake. I have reduced my alcohol intake. Girl, that tequila is killing you. Moderation with that stuff, especially the sugar and the alcohol. I noticed that when I drank, I was just inflamed. My body inside just was angry. Reduce your intake by half. That's a start, okay? And it's time to get into the supplements. I want to mention some of the things that I think have indirectly helped, and then we're going to go to the woman, is this new body CKLS. Just for your information, everything will be down in the description bar below, so don't worry. You ain't gotta screenshot me, but if you do, you know. This is a Black-owned supplement company out of Compton. Hey, Compton. But this stands for colon, kidney, liver, spleen. And I take 1 or 2 depending. And the reason why this is so important is excess estrogen gets excreted through the liver. Did you know that? If you're a medical professional, please expand upon that in the comments below. You want to make sure that it's optimal, the liver optimal. Super important. Maybe why the liquor got me messed up. Vitamin D3 is very essential, especially if you're deficient in vitamin D, which a lot of African Americans are. This is essential in helping to balance hormones. So if you have a vitamin D deficiency, it can actually cause the opposite of estrogen dominance and cause you to have lower estrogen levels, which can lead to depression and all of these other things, okay? But this is essential for hormone balance. Okay, so this next one, I had to go all the way to Canada to find the studies for this bad boy. That is green tea extract, or EGCG. I bet you never heard anybody recommend this before. There are not that many medical studies on the effects of green tea and or EGCG on hormone levels. However, in Canada, they have done quite a few medical clinical trials and studies that say that green tea extract can help to lower excess levels of estrogen. Just Google it. You know, always do your own research, but this was a shocker for me. But when you do the research on EGCG or green tea extract and hormones, you're going to find a lot of confirmed studies that say that taking this will help you to balance your hormones. Your girl coming through with the gems, okay? If you like what you're seeing, you like what you're hearing in this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe. We're not done yet though. I got more for you. So moving on, we're about to start getting hotter and hotter and hotter. You gotta keep watching the video. Maca root. Hello. Been almost 90 days since I have incorporated this. I only take one because let me tell you, this might be too much, but if you don't have the D on speed dial, it might be troublesome. I'm just telling you, you know, if you already got a high sex drive, this gonna put you in an overdrive, okay? But the important things for you to know about Maca root, not only does it help you to balance your hormones, which is what I started taking it for, it helps to increase your energy levels. It helps manage PMS symptoms, girl. If you are pre or post menopausal, it does actually help with those symptoms as well. Again, I ain't nobody's doctor. I'm only good at what I'm good at, which is research. It is really important for me to point out the things that have medical evidence at this point. This has medical evidence to help improve these things, okay? So for any of those naysayers, okay, you guys, we're bringing it in. We got a couple more. This one is, in particular, is for my ladies who are trying to get pregnant, okay? I'm not trying to get pregnant, but the benefits of this are tremendous and are documented to help with fertility. This is Inositol, and there are 2 different forms of Inositol in here. The ratio to each other is very, very specific. There's myo and D-chiroinositol. Probably have heard of Ovasitol, and that is a brand name of Inositol. Again, I had to go all the way to Europe, to the European Medical Journal, to find the studies that they have done on this ratio of Inositol on fibroids, particularly combined with EGCG and vitamin D. I'm gonna link it. I'm gonna link it below so you can see the study they actually did on these women taking this concoction, women who had fibroids, the reduction in their fibroids was dramatic. It affects insulin or healthy insulin levels. Insulin resistance can also be an issue. We're talking about fibroids and PCOS and what have you. Just like with anything else here, would highly recommend getting a recommendation from a functional medicine doctor for this guy, because depending on your particular hormonal profile, if you're going to start supplementing and using supplements, add one at a time, which is what I don't just start taking a whole bunch of stuff at once, because you're never going to know if you have a negative effect. You're not going to know which one is doing what. Then you have to take it back and do like a process of elimination, when you could have just started using one thing at a time to see how your body reacts. That is very important here. I've been talking a lot about these other things, but I ain't been talking about the OG herbal things. I live in Florida and there is a store here called Jamaican Herbal. I will put all the information down below, and this is their female tonic. Now, if you have done any research at all, then I'm sure that you would have come across some of these ingredients here. Okay, so one being Damiana, red raspberry. These are things that we know help, okay? Black cohosh, vitex berry, donkey, cinnamon, cayenne. Another one, I don't know how to pronounce that. But these are things that are very widely known and ancient when it comes to female reproductive health. As far as reducing the size of my fibroids, I don't know so much that this has helped directly with that, but what it does do is help manage my symptoms, especially the PMS part. But this definitely greatly reduced my cramps and all the things. This is literally the one, and I say that because I have it on auto ship. It is also woman-owned, black-owned. It is called My Happy Flow. Nothing is as bad as before all of these things were introduced into my life. Nothing is like that. But this, I'm never gonna go without this. Please don't ever stop making this. This is a supplement that helps with PMS relief, hormone balance, and energy boost. Inside of this, there is vitamin C, vitamin D3, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, iron, magnesium, zinc, and here's really where it gets interesting. In my research, I found that a supplement called DIM, D-I-M, and then also something very special called Indole 3 Carbanol. Another thing is Flaxseed Powder. DIM supplements appear to help adjust the hormone estrogen. A few clinical trials have shown that it supports healthy estrogen levels and lowering the risk of certain cancers. It also helps to lower the risk of certain diseases like lupus, which are linked to estrogen. Also, this can help with hormonal acne, mood swings, etc. But the hormonal acne piece, this supplement is life. If you suffer from hormonal acne, please, please, please try this supplement. So Indole 3 Carbanol, it is studied and used for the prevention of cancers, breast cancer, colon cancer, and all other types of cancers. It says the National Institute of Health has reviewed Indole 3 Carbanol as a possible cancer preventative agent and is now sponsoring clinical research for breast cancer prevention. And Indole 3 Carbanol balances hormone levels, it improves breast health, it detoxifies the intestines and liver, and supports the immune system. That's an incredible discovery. And for her to have this in this supplement, I believe is just wow. I bet you ain't nobody told you about that. That's it as far as supplements goes. This journey has not been an easy one, but I would not take back anything. I would do all of this every day as I do. Just wrapping this up, I want to remind you that it's so very important to do that mental piece. That I think has helped more than any of these one things alone have helped me. If nobody's going to advocate for you, you have to advocate for yourself. If you don't think you can be healed naturally, then you're not going to be. And that's the truth. So thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for listening to me talk about these things. I encourage you, as always, to get down in those comments. Let me know your story. Let me know what has helped you. I have dropped my cold foam matcha latte recipe in the description bar below for you guys as another thank you. While you're down there, go ahead and grab you some Magic Mind. Use the discount code. Yes, thank you. It does help your girl out, but more so, it's going to help you out. They have been so kind to give me that discount code to help you guys get started on your journey to better health. I wish you all the most love, light, positive energy from myself to you. Thank you so much, you guys, and until the next one.